SVG's Jason Dachman here with the latest episode of SVG SportsTech On Demand. I have the privilege of being joined by Steve Meyer, president and founder of MeyerPro. Steve, first of all, is everyone healthy and safe on your guys' team, and where are you calling us from?
Yes, we're all healthy and safe. I'm actually at my office today. We've taken our staff and divided it up into 4 teams that don't overlap. And we have plenty of space at our facility to have the appropriate social distancing. And we've gone through all the measures of making sure that there's a team leader that, watches everybody and cleans up and wipes down all the handles and everything like that. So yeah, today I'm at my office, which is good because it's only once in every 4 days that I can come in. So,
well, it's great to hear you guys are enforcing all that and keeping everybody safe. We know MeyerPro as a broadcast services provider, AV services. For those that don't necessarily, that aren't familiar with you guys, just a little bit of background about what you guys do.
Well, we're a technology solutions company. I worked for many, many years for Mirror Mobile Television and then NAP. And during that period of time, my family owned an AV company, which which grew significantly over, say, the last 12 years. Started off as a garage business, quite honestly, but that business grew. And after the acquisition of Mira by NEP, I stayed on for about 5 or 6 months, but there was really a point that I needed to kind of work our business full time. And I made that change. And one of the cool things was we went from being just an AV company to being a company that handles event side on broadcast, whether that be trucks or Flypacks.
Very cool. So you talked about how there's been pretty significant growth, over the last decade, and I think especially over the last few years. What are some of the upgrades you guys have made recently? Obviously, before live sports sort of went to a halt, but I know that you guys were upgrading. Give us an idea of some of the cool new things that you've added to the arsenal.
Broadcast-wise, we've added recently a Ross production switcher, a Ross Ultrix router, and we've used that to upgrade one of our Flypacks to a full 4K 12G system. We had already purchased the cameras, the Sony 4K cameras, the year before, so now we've got it to where we can actually do a full 4K, and we're 12G, we're not IP currently, but that suits us best. Additionally, we've expanded our display technology, which includes just large flat screens, from ones that are intended for digital signage all the way to some substantial LED walls.
Okay, great. And obviously, again, the situation that we're in with the pandemic and the way that it's going to change live production is going to be pretty significant. Even when everything comes back, I think we'll be looking a lot more remote, a lot more cloud-based. How does that change the way you guys are thinking about things? And are you exploring some of those things moving forward?
Yeah, we're absolutely looking at the cloud-based production options. And we have some large corporate customers, example, Microsoft, and they're always looking to the future, even before this happened, on what they might do. And whether we're going to handle that, that production for a corporate entity like that or a broadcaster, or whether we're just going to be part of it where we go in with the part that's on location. We're reviewing that right now. But there's definitely something that's happening, and this is only furthering it. One of the things that we're looking at doing right now, we've already done a couple of virtual meeting things in the last few weeks, but we're looking to partner with some local studios and doing it from studios as opposed to doing it right out of our warehouse here, which is certainly not an ideal studio.
Right. Yeah, you get a better setting that way, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, it's a tough time right now. I'm sure that you're losing events and projects, or at least having them postponed. But, a lot of us see a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, in that this fall could be packed, right? It could be as crowded as ever. So, how do you think that could impact you guys and just staying as busy as possible once things come back around to the other side?
Well, there's still some events we're planning. We're actually the broadcast facilities provider for the the Dota 2 championships. Mm-hmm. So we do a fair amount of esports work, and some of that is we're planning. We don't know whether the event's going to happen because it is an August event, but we're planning that. And then some of the corporate events that we are involved with that have been postponed, we expect those to come back, whether they be in some virtual type meeting or whether, eventually they'll actually do the live meeting. So, I mean, it's going to come back, and I'm just kind of concerned if we're going to have a problem leveling the curve of business when it comes back.
Right, exactly. Well, it'd be a good problem to deal with,
It would be,
obviously.
yeah.
We'd all be happy about that. And Steve, really appreciate you taking the time, giving us an idea of what you guys are working on, and make sure to keep everybody safe there and practice social distancing as we move forward.
Yeah. Right on. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
All right.
For more episodes of SVG Sports Tech On Demand, stay tuned to sportsvideo.org and the SVG YouTube channel.